Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be on depression. So, look who's here. The topic is going to be, are you depressed about your symptoms? Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. And if you would, relax your body, take a couple of nice deep breaths. Just fill your lungs. Know that as long as you're able to do that, there's still hope. There's still another day. There's still another week, month, year, decade ahead of you, multiple decades ahead of you. All hope is not lost. The good news is that if other people can get better, you can too, because everybody who's gotten better is also a human being like you. So, breathe in the comfort of knowing that you being human makes it very possible for you to recover. So, are you depressed about your symptoms? I see an awful lot of comments from people saying, like yesterday's video, can't find any joy. I'm depressed. I'm anxious and depressed. Double whammy. And, if the main reason you're depressed is because you've been dealing with chronic symptoms or chronic pain, chronic illness, whatever it may be, I get it. It's not a fun place to be. It can be extremely lonely, full of despair. Other people just don't get it because most of us actually look okay. But they're like, you can't possibly hurt that bad. You look fine. Right? And so people just don't get it. So it can be very isolating. So here's what I want to share with you. Depression is nothing more than deep sadness plus no hope. All right? Because most people can deal with sadness. But when they think that this sadness is going to be for the rest of their life and that there's no chance that they're going to get out of it, that equals depression. I personally don't believe that depression is a disease. People will tell you it is. The mental health professionals will tell you you've got a disease. It's called depression. And the only thing you can do is try to fix your chemical imbalance in your brain. Here, take these medications for the rest of your life. Personally, I don't believe a medication that alters your chemical state of your brain to suppress some of the negative, dark feelings you've got and kind of numb you out. How does that change the root cause? Does that solve your sadness? No, it numbs it. Does it give you hope that things will change? Not necessarily, because antidepressants aren't necessarily going to solve your pain problem, right? So, the standard approach to treating depression as an illness or a disease, I think is old-fashioned. And simply put, when you understand what depression is, the solution becomes pretty straightforward. Well, if depression is sadness plus no hope, if you find some hope, what happens to the depression? It takes care of itself. Yeah, you may be left with sadness because you might still be in your symptoms, but as long as you've got hope and know that you're on a path that will take you forward and allow you to actually turn off these symptoms or sensations or pains, you have hope. Depression is no longer quite as smothering. And so that's what I'm offering here. A path forward, a proven path forward. This mind-body stuff is a known quantity, right? This isn't just Dan making this stuff up. I mean, there's countless medical doctors, professional coaches, therapists, mental health professionals that are all speaking about the mind-body aspect of chronic pain. And it's well known in the pain science world that pain comes from the brain, which means if the brain can create it, the brain can turn it off. That should be a very, very hopeful thing to hear. And I know you're probably in a pit of despair right now, and life really sucks. But it doesn't have to stay that way. And that's what I am committed to. I'm committed to helping you and everybody else who's watching this realize that chronic pain, chronic symptoms are not a life sentence. There's a way out, and people are getting better all the time. And they're human beings just like you are. So if they can get better, you can too. Don't look at success stories and go, yeah, but they're different. They don't have what I have, or nobody's in the position that I'm in. And I can't tell you how many times I hear that. Everybody thinks they're unique. Their problem is so different from everybody else's, and they can't get better because they're extra broken or damaged, whether it be physically or mentally, emotionally. Do not tell yourself a story that says you're so broken that you can't recover, you can't get out of it. Because when you start telling yourself those stories and actually believing them and listening to them, that's where the depression falls in. Because you're saying, there is no hope, I'm stuck. I've been this way for X number of years, or decades even, and there's no hope. And it is funny because I will see people when I'm sharing this or sharing that and showing the path forward and all that stuff. People seem incredulous, like, yeah, Dan, come on, I've had this for 17 years. Are you telling me I can really get pain-free? The answer is yes. Look, I got over 13 years of chronic back pain and sciatica. I've got a success story, 43 years of migraines, better. A woman I worked with was told she had fibromyalgia, full body pain, back pain, sciatica. You know, she had it for over 40 years. Got better at 67 years old. I mean, this is not a life sentence. The brain can make changes regardless of how old you are. Don't tell yourself the age story. Don't tell yourself the, well, I've had it too long story. It's just stories. You can get well too. So are you depressed about your symptoms? Look, you don't have to be, because there is a way out. And I map it out for you guys and gals every single day. 1st of April is going to be 4 years of daily videos on YouTube and Facebook. 4 years without missing a day. And I've had countless people telling me how much better they're doing. Countless people telling me that implementing the daily videos has changed their life. So you don't even have to pay me anything. Just follow the directions. Use these videos as a way to give yourself a consistent message of safety, a consistent message of calm and optimism and hope that you can get well. And guess what? When you start to implement these concepts and start to shift your thinking on the symptoms and the pains and the way forward, you're going to notice that you're not as depressed. Because what you're doing is you're throwing hope into the mix with the despair and the symptoms. And when you add in hope, yeah, you're left with sadness because you're still hurt. But you can deal with that because you know there's a way forward. There's a way to recover. So if you're in despair and in depression, don't seek to fix the depression. That's fixing, I guess, the symptom of having chronic pain. In other words, that's the result of having chronic pain or other chronic illness. It's not the cause, right? Don't focus on the depression, because whatever we tend to focus on tends to grow and magnify. So there's no need to focus on the depression or even the anxiety, because those are both a result of being where you are. They're not the problem in and of themselves. So don't worry about the anxiety. Don't worry about the depression. Focus on hope. Focus on safety. Focus on consistent messages of safety. Remaining calm as much as you can. Stay away from the freak out. Calm reassurance. Ideally indifference, which is, okay, I hurt again. So what? Not a big deal. Made it through all those other bad days. I'll make it through this one. Right? Teach yourself that you're safe emotionally, physically, mentally. How do we do that emotionally? By feeling our emotions without judgment, without the story. We know why we're upset. Right? Feel the emotions so they can pass. Physically, relax your body so that you can breathe comfortably. Your brain will get the message, hey, look at Dan. He's in a relaxed body and he's breathing comfortably. Doesn't look like he's in danger, right? Thought-wise, mentally, don't take your own thinking so seriously, especially the ones that say, my life sucks, it's never going to get better, I'm stuck here forever, I don't want to be here. And I'm not diminishing in any way, shape, or form that feeling or that experience. It is brutal, and I see it way more than I would like to see it. But I understand it. And, that is one of the key reasons why I'm so committed to doing what I can to help as many people as I can. I really just want to help as many people as I can, because I know that there is life after chronic pain. I know it firsthand. I feel so much better at 57 than I did in my early 30s. So age has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with mindset and clarity and certainty and knowing that you're actually not broken. It's incredible how much better I feel now than I did over 20 years ago. It's crazy. So, if you are depressed about your symptoms, don't worry about treating the depression. Treat the cause, which is the symptoms and the pains themselves. And you treat the cause by learning what's causing it in the first place. The brain perceiving danger is why symptoms get turned on. It's our job to teach the brain that it's not actual danger. It's a false alarm. It's based on a misunderstanding and bad data and fear. So get clear. Understand that you're really not broken and that there is a way forward. There is a way to recover. There is hope for you. I wouldn't be doing this stuff every day if I didn't think there was hope for every single one of you. So please, take that in. Soak it up. I've got enough hope and optimism for you, but it's not false hope. It's actual what's the word I'm looking for? The process works. I don't know. I was trying to find something elaborate way to say it, but basically, these proven approaches work. And if they could work for somebody else, they will work for you. Just got to jump into the process and implement. I don't care how good the videos make you feel. Yeah, I watched Dan's video today. He's so calming and soothing. Great. What are you doing the rest of the day? Implement, implement, implement. Put these things into practice. You will get better. I promise you that. So, love you guys and gals. Don't worry about fixing the depression. Find some hope, which I am hopefully giving you each and every day in heavy doses. Grab onto that hope. Implement these concepts. And depression will take care of itself. I can guarantee that. And I know, if you go back and look at the YouTube comments for the video from yesterday, which was, are you struggling to find joy? Go read through some of the comments there. Because some of those comments on YouTube for that video, people are literally saying that they could not find joy. They were depressed. They were down in the dumps. They didn't want to be here on this planet. And what they did was they found hope in this process. They started to recover. They shifted their mindset. And as they started to see progress, The hope returned. And you know what else did? Joy. You know what left? Depression. So you can do it too. If you want some help, I do have that group coaching program, and I'm about to make an announcement on that. I may even post it later today as well. But here's a sneak peek. Instead of 2 sessions on Wednesdays, I'm going to have 4 sessions a week. One on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, and 2 on Wednesday. I want to expand the number of sessions so it's more flexible and you can figure out a time that works for you. And, hopefully shrink down the group size a little bit so it's less intimidating for those people who are a bit overwhelmed by, oh my goodness, there's a bunch of people here. I don't know if I'm up for the group. So if you want to see the details of it and what the times are, they're New York City time, right? Eastern Standard, United States, which is the same as New York City. So I tried to pick some times. Monday at 9 a.m., which for the folks in Europe is like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Tuesday, I'm going to do 3 p.m. So for the folks in Europe, that would be 7 or 8 p.m. Wednesday, still going to keep the 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which would be about 6 or 7 p.m. European time, depending on which time zone you're in. And then 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday stays the same. And obviously that doesn't work for Europe, but for anybody in the U.S. who happens to go to work during the day. And so trying to provide a number of different times and different days of the week to hopefully help folks that want to join but couldn't do Wednesdays, give you an opportunity to do it. And frankly, give you more support during the week. So you can get the details, painfreeyou.com/join. Go look there. The details are there. The times are there. You'll have to do the time zone calculations. Just if you're not sure how many hours difference you are, just go to Google, wherever you are, and ask, what time is it in New York City? And you will be able to see it's however many hours difference from where you are, where you live. And with that, you can always calculate forward from the dates and times that I've got available. So, don't despair. Grab onto some hope. Participate in this community. The YouTube comments are wonderful. The Facebook comments are wonderful. There's some great people in this community. If you want some, more direct help, join the group. And I'll do more of an announcement later. So, love you guys and gals. I really, really, really appreciate you. Do not despair. Don't get lost in the depression. Find some hope. And I'm serving it on a huge, huge silver platter for you. Grab it. Start implementing. You can get well too. I promise you that. So, love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.